We have changing course, transforming education. Changing course. Changing course of poverty. Changing course. Changing course of ignorance. We are telling, from here, I'm trying to pass across the significance of education in the life of the entire world. It's changing course of poverty, changing course of ignorance, changing course of societal menace, changing course of affliction and sickness, and of course, it's changing course from untimely death. How? How can this take place? Through the transformation process that takes place when you are educating yourself. And what do we call education? Like one of the students has rightly said, we have 3 domains in education. The education as a concept is hinged on these 3 factors: the cognitive, the affective, and of course the psychomotor. The cognitive talks about knowledge and its impartation on the recipient. Knowledge. Knowledge is power. It unlocks doors. Doors that have been sealed against potentials. Potentials that are dormant, which are, if unleashed, which will eventually be a determining factor to make this nation what it has destined to be. Progressive in all its facets. The second one talks about the affective. This talks about the behavior. Like the first one, you can get that during your teaching and learning process in the classrooms. And the other ones too, these can be learned, the affective. Talks about the behavior, your behavior, your attitude. Your attitude will always determine your aptitude in life. It's not only, coming to school to learn how to read and write. That is not education. Education encompasses all the 3 domains. And that is why when you see some people, even university graduates, see some of them involving in crimes. Somebody who said he read accounting from a renowned university and on the long run is locked behind the bar. Such an individual is not educated. Because education without attitude is incomplete education or no education. So, how can you develop your attitude? How can you, make your behavior to be a society acceptable one? How can your behavior be modified and take you to places that is beyond your widest dreams? That can take you to places, to a place of destiny? Is here within the 4 walls of the school. And that is why morning assembly is quite important. It's of paramount importance. And that is where you pray. You have moral talks on the assembly ground after the prayer. And also there is a subject of skills. That is the manpower, manipulative aspect of the education, which of course is the last. Despite the parents want you to be educated, to know how to read and write. We want the entire society to be an egalitarian one. Wants you to be self-reliant as well. That even while in school, you will be self-reliant, be able to, make incomes for yourself. Some may be involved in multilateral income, multiple streams of income, when you learn one trade or the other. And this you learn from your vocational subjects. You want to go into, learn how to open a big restaurant, start from your school. Start now. Read food and nutrition. Go into home economics. Yes. You want to go into science, technology, world. Start now. And that is why computer literacy is of paramount importance in any secondary school in Lagos State. Like the president of the YOD said earlier on in his speech, we have a lot of out-school children. Yes. But the state government is trying its best possible to make sure that this will come to a halt by this time of next year. Because by this time of next year, first and foremost is on the agenda of the state government to ensure that students that are of secondary school age, even from primary school to secondary school age, supposed to have their basic education, that is from nursery and primary to JSS 3, should not be seen on the roadside selling or hawking things. So this is a denial of their rights. It is your right for you to be educated. And that is why we call from GSS, from primary school, primary 1 to GSS 3, basic education. It is important. It is important. And as we know, that more facilities are still coming to be installed in most of our schools that are depleted of the teaching and learning facilities, to make sure that the classrooms are conducive for effective teaching and learning to take place. It has started. It is ongoing, and it will be perfected in the name of Jesus. Amen. Without education, even if you want to sell spare parts, come to school first. You want to become a fashion designer, come to school first. We see the likes of this man at Mobolaji Bakantoni with Coscaris. Yes. Started as a spare part dealer. But he infused education with it. And see the name flying all over the place. He's an international and well-known motor dealer. Not only motor dealer, but he knows how to, or anything concerning the engineering of the vehicle itself. You come to his company. Come to his company. We have the likes of Folonshu Alakija. She is a well-known fashion designer in the early 80s, 90s. But now she's gone into petroleum business. And as I'm talking, she's one of the richest women we have in Africa.